Joke, no joke. Just want to come and let y'all know I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know the drill, you know the rules. But I had to come on tonight because even though I was trying to take a break this weekend from YouTube, I had a few people send me a couple of videos, right? One, Gene Squill, just as stupid can be, right? This idiot talking about how Mark Pitts and Wayne Burroughs, you know, was selling Big's marketing. You dumb idiot big buffoon. You can't sell nobody's marketing, you idiot. Like, you don't know nothing about the music business. Just shut up and just sit by the pool and make sure people take a shower and no running at the pool, okay? You're just a goofball that don't know nothing, you big Shrek looking ass nigga. Talking about Mark Pitts was trying to sell off Big's marketing. Do you know where marketing is? Do you know where the marketing budget come from? You just a goofy. And then I don't understand how nobody is sitting here that's acting like they a big fan in a uproar that this nigga Gene is over here sucking off Suge Knight. This dude supposed to have been down with Bad Boy. But for all the reason in the world, for some strange apparent reason, he got all this love and praise for Suge Knight, who allegedly was the number one suspect outside of Reggie Wright Jr. in Big's murder. Now he's championing Suge Knight every other day. That's not weird to y'all? Y'all jacking that. Y'all jacking Suge being Gene Deal's biggest fan now. The dude that got calls from 3 different people that Big was going to get killed. The dude that ran the light for no reason. Nobody shooting, nobody flashed a gun, nobody did nothing. But he knew to run that light and leave Big in them. The same guy that took the gun back from D-Rock. Now Suge Knight is his best friend. And y'all jacking that. Y'all really cool with that. That ain't weird to y'all? How you trying to put it off on D-Rock and everybody? But he's the one that got the call. That knew that Big was going to get killed. He's the dude that ran the light and didn't tell Big and them to run the light. And now Suge Knight's his best friend. He got high praise for Suge. That's not strange to nobody. Okay. Y'all weird. Y'all are so weird. But I'm going to move on with my other thing. Reggie Wright Jr. You are sitting in here telling us that you have a problem with R.J. Bond helping Keefe D, champion Keefe D, or being any parts of Keefe D when he didn't know Keefe D and grew up with Keefe D like you did, like Suge did. Y'all all come from the same neighborhood. R.J. Bond don't know y'all from a can of paint. He don't know nobody from a can of paint. He ain't grow up with none of us. Not that I grew up with y'all. I'm just saying none of us, right? So who cares what he does? But I find it strange, Reggie, that you sit there and you talk about R.J. Bond being supportive of Keefe D and his son and his family when you was the guy who we all saw call Keefe D on the phone. Had Keefe D number. Calling him on Tupac's anniversary. You got a problem with R.J. Bond helping Keefe D, but you was the guy who set up Keefe D with Vlad. You was the guy that set up Keefy D with the art of dialogue. You was the guy who set up Keefy D with Cam Capone. You was the guy that sat down in the meeting with Keefy D and Orlando Anderson after they done killed Tupac and sat in the lawyer's office, right, and negotiated a deal and gave these niggas money instead of cracking their goddamn heads for killing Tupac and allegedly Suge getting hit or grazed with whatever, whether it was a bullet or whatever, it was a piece of scrap metal, according to Gobi. But however the F, you was Keefy D's friend for the last 20-something years prior to him getting arrested. Y'all was boys. And now you're mad at R.J. Bond, a man that has nothing to do with Compton, that's not from our culture, being involved in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It doesn't matter, right? But you was involved in the whole case. You was out in Vegas when Tupac killed. You was death row security. And you knew, or you alleging, that Keefy D and Orlando and them killed Tupac. You was the one that called your father and said it was Orlando Anderson. But you are the guy that is mad at Keefy D now for dealing with R.J. Bond when you were the one that paid him 60 grand or made sure he got this check, was hanging out with this dude at the office of Edie Falls, right? You, Sergeant Reynolds, you, your pops, whoever it was, right? You didn't crack Keefy D head or Orlando Anderson head for what they did if they killed Tupac. You was on the phone talking to Keefy D. We seen you on YouTube. Yo, Keefy D, what's up? You know what day it is. Then you turn around and hooking them up with Vlad and all these people to make money to do interviews, right? So how do you have a problem with RJ or anybody that's doing anything with Keefy D when we sat around and watched you help Keefy D make money, knowing that he allegedly has something to do with Tupac being killed? You are a hypocrite, brother. You and Gene Deal are the biggest goofballs in YouTube history. Two dirty ass dudes with badges helping illegal criminals get away with stuff. Yo, y'all two dudes need to find a short pier and take a long walk. But I'll get back more into this during the week. All right? Choke no joke. I'm out. Goofballs. Dirty pigs.